friends, I'm Dipali Bedi. I'm a clinical psychologist. I work with Sukoon Psychotherapy Center and I run this awareness program by the name of Sukoon Place to Seek Help. I'm asked to talk about marriage or non-marriage, which is a better concept. I think there is nowadays this voice coming up कि शादी नहीं करेंगे because there's a lot of fear around marriage. For the female, the level of suppression which would it come with, the adjustments that it will come with, the demands it will come with. For the men, it has now become a very fearful factor about what sort of a female would it come, would it break the house, would it take the alimony, would it basically, because the law is in favor of the female, so what would my life be? Because initially the females were going through the same issue at times, but the men were comparatively secure that हमारा कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ पाएंगे. अब ये है कि अगर कोई गलत आ गई तो हमारा भी बहुत कुछ बिगड़ेगा. So, and the idea of not getting married is coming from both the genders. It is not just one talking of not getting married. It is both the genders talking about that. It is not worth it. But why is it happening? One, obviously, that the whole idea of marriage is in India is still about that you reach a certain age, you have to get married. You get under pressure of finding somebody. That pressure is so much that the way of finding is like quickly just figure out something and just find one and get married. So almost we all somewhere understand that it is almost gambling into figuring out what sort of a partner you get. Arranged marriage is a blind gamble. Love marriage is a slightly bit aware gamble, but it is a lot about the pressure of getting married. So there is a huge gamble. Because the purpose of marriage has become see, initially the marriage was about just producing kids. The female had to produce kids and look after the house. The man had to earn for the female. That's why many times there was a concept that लड़की नहीं दिखाई जाती थी लड़के को. Parents decide करते थे. Because it was just a matter of that, two families are doing well together. But in लोगों ने करना क्या है आखिर में, they have to produce kids. It seemed as if mechanical, one day they'll be asked to sleep together and just produce kids. And that's exactly what would happen. शादी इंडिया के कई कल्चर में शादी पे भी आपको एक डॉल देती जाती है as a symbol that now produce kids and give us kids. So I think the whole idea where this whole thing is coming to the factor that we don't want to get married is coming from that thing, that that whole concept of marriage is now no more acceptable to the people, and we don't really even need to accept it. We are anyway talking about needing to control population. So a female, if comes with a dream that she's just going to produce kids, excuse me, you're basically going to have kids. If you're going to produce a lot of kids, excuse me, their life is going to be nightmare coming ahead because resources are coming down. What sort of a life are you going to give them? You better be sure. And man, even if thinks of having a wife just for his sexual needs and getting his home functioning, sorry, no female of today is ready to just be subdued to that idea of that, I'm getting married to you, so you can bloody use me any time in bed and basically, and I'll basically take care of you as a maid. And that's why a lot of people nowadays they will talk of our maids. ये काम तो नौकरानी कर लेगी, खाना बनाना नौकरानी कर लेगी, घर सफाई करना नौकरानी कर लेगी. Why are we here? So the whole concept of marriage is not anymore seemingly applicable. Nowadays people want a companion. That's why looking in for live-in relationships, looking for other options where they can get sexual satisfaction, they can get emotional satisfaction, but not the stupid, unwanted pressures and dramas of the marriage. Well, I like to here add that, it's not the voice of everybody as of now also, and nor there are still people coming from a certain setup where they still have that understanding that this is how marriages should be. The whole there's a confusion because when you say the marriages shouldn't be this way and I shouldn't be doing this, then there are certain difficulties that come up because when you're looking at companionship, when you're looking at one-to-one interactions, we are even looking at the idea of both being responsible, both being because अगर शादी families में होती थी तो responsibility भी सारी family की होती थी कि शादी चलनी चाहिए. Now if we are talking of companionship, we are talking of being together, we are talking of responsibility of two individuals, which is a huge responsibility, which again it's basically people not wanting the tam-cham of proper old type marriages, but not wanting to take over the responsibility of being basically wanting a marriage where there's a lot of companionship and a lot of understanding, because that would need a lot of adjustment from both the ends. So I wouldn't say that in marriage versus no marriage there should not be marriage. Marriage is a foolish idea. But we have to really look at the idea that the whole concept of marriage needs to change over the period of time, and not just the changes have to come from every individual. It has to come from every one of us, where marriages have to be about companionship, and which means a lot of responsibility and ownership of the individual into it. Because it's a fact, if the husband is working long hours in a marital relationship, expects the wife to get घूमने फिरने का टाइम है तो प्लीज माँ बाप के साथ में चले जा, मंदिर जाना है उसके साथ में चले जा, basically not even taking the whole responsibility of being the companion. The whole idea of bringing up the child together as a couple is not really very appreciated. If now initially the Sasuma would basically take care of the kid, now the daughter's child, basically the wife's mother is taking care of it. So ultimately we are not completely working towards the whole idea of companionship here, and kids are still born and thrown into the world as a responsibility of elders and not there. And I'm not saying it is about the man only who's not ready to take responsibilities. The females aren't even ready to take the responsibilities. It would be a difficulty to basically come in, not have a whole support system the way it was, where or any problem with the man, the whole society would come to support you. Oh, yeah, the daughter-in-law cannot be unhappy, so let's work it out. So it is, it will need a lot of changes, it will need a lot of working on it. does, it is not about marriage or not marriage, it is about changing the concepts of marriages in every individual's head, in every individual's working, in every person and the society as a whole. Only then would that marriage and non-marriage become negotiable. If we are still confused in our head, and that's why confused with the whole idea of marriage, non-marriage. We need to work on that confusion in our heads and as a society, and maybe then we can figure out which way are we going with that. Thank you.